Alright, let's get started. So, the Wheel of Gears, Exit Store. So we got 7 things, and usually I think for these antidotes, it's usually an hour. So, number 1, tuning fork. Force always attracts undue attention. How about a can of Dr. Pepper? The Wheel of Gears. Tuning fork, part 1. Let's see what his story is about. He is like a scientist type. Fantastic, Griggles. I tried this experiment so many times, but I never had such amazing results.
Thank you.
You were the perfect fulcrum. I don't know what I would have done without you. Have I really surprised you then? Huh. You've not even seen the best from this captain yet. Check me out. Regulus strikes the ball with her cue. The ball rolls forward, coasting along blindly down an overcomplicated track. After... Oops, that turned too low. Sounding off a 21 gun salute in the laboratory, which naturally comes accomplished by a positive wicked rock guitar riff, courtesy of Regulus. Easy as pie. Splendid, Captain. This show of ours is ready to shock the world. The 2 like-minded participants are quick to cheer their success. Unfortunately, one person's honey can be another's vinegar. And soon, it will not only be fireworks exploding inside the laboratory. Just what in the hell have you been doing here? Why is there a toothbrush stuck in the conveyor belt? A test tube rack hanging in the air, a banana peel lying on dry ice. And why, just why, are there rhinoceros horns in the disinfected cabinet? Oh, please don't mind the mess, Mesmar. All in the name of science. Regulus and I are just testing out some new gadgets. A rehearsal for a new performance.
Insanity.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you just how many safety regulations you violated. Not that you would care. And what exactly is the scientific aim you hope to achieve with this absurd contraption? Obviously, it's for the show. Obviously, it's for mechanical science. You may not be familiar with Rube Goldberg's machines. Their constitute a component may seem astute and unusual, but when combined, they produce results of remarkable precision.
Fabulous.
Oh, indeed. Like lightning and fireworks that you could reach by simply bending down.
Alright.
Well, maybe, but it's the progress that matters. Otherwise, why wouldn't we just die as soon as we were born?
So gross.
I've never seen any viable scientific experience about a banana peel on dry ice.
Technically?
Is science not about exploring the unknown? As the argument begins to spiral up to its peak, Regulus couldn't help herself but cracking open a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Insanity.
I had enough of these childish fancies. Useful mechanics must be concise and repeatable, not these harebrained schemes you cook up in your imagination. That's only in your bias at that's only your own bias at work, Miss Mesmar. Simple machines might work like that, but it's totally different with complicated systems.
Oh, please.
With all due respect, these adventures of yours are nothing more than meaningless garbage. I suggest you dismantle this, things immediately, and return the laboratory to its original state.
No, I don't agree.
My work is hardly useless. It reveals the hidden truth of the universe. Have you considered that life itself was born from a subtle Gerberg machine? In the chaotic permeral soup, chemicals collide readily, forming by sheer precise coincidence the foundation of cellular life. Similarly, in my apprentice, Spears moves repeatedly, eventually reaching a stable outcome. It's a transition from chaos to order. Vertin! Just in time! I figured they were about to start fighting any second. Also, she went out to grab Vertin? Forget it.
I
thought the arcades here would be normal? Must the time here always be surrounded by these? Did you call for me, Miss Mesmer? This has been a very bad time to arrive. The atmosphere around Mesmer Jr. is at this moment can only be compared to the sky during a Great Fire of London in 1966. 1666. Mere seconds away from the inferno.
keep away from me.
Never mind. You should know. I will be documenting my observation of this incident in the forthcoming reports. The professionalism of her words come in sharp contrast with her barely concealed rage as she storms off. Hey Panzer, thanks for the sub. 10 months. How's your day? Are you off today? Have you been playing anything new? Part 2. Potent drugs. An ounce of gold or its equivalent in dollars. In conclusion, Researcher X continues studies on mechanical device pose significant safety risks. It is recommended that Researcher X undergoes a thorough investigation for components along with all his mechanical devices. Neat handwriting, clear argument. It makes for another fine addition to the pile of over 30 other similar complaints. It seems Mesmer Jr. has put no small effort into her report. Now someone else has to work overtime to follow them, though. Relax. There are no safety concerns with any of my devices.
Look!
See? It will all run automatically as soon as you sit down here. And the result is... Aha! A flower! Thankfully, the subject of her investigation is both cooperative and enthusiasm in demonstrating his work. Next, let me present an experiment that uses marble to turn off a set of lights after a 30-minute delay. Oh, and then I have to show you my machine that uses matches and fishing line to automatic watering plants, and then... Huh? Leaving so soon? There's still a ton of appearances and blueprints I haven't shown you yet. A love of science is hard to criticize, but excessive passion in any pursuit can spiral into catastrophe. Are you certain you don't want to review my work again? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh! Timekeeper?
You seem out of breath. Is someone chasing you? Sonata?
My apologies.
Sorry, Measure you just said you might be here. I just came to check in. Did I disturb you? In fact, she had just arrived in time. Unfortunately, so does another.
Come on.
Hey Verton, where are you off to? I thought you and I were supposed to be having fun doing a systematic review at my work. Hello, Mr. X. Oh, hi, Miss Nata. I suppose you being here must mean that we have a new mission.
That's right.
Precisely. The Foundation needs us to relocate our Arcanus to headquarters before the storm. The risk for this opportunity is relatively low. Timekeeper, you've been given free rein to designate your team members for this task. It does seem that this mission's target is rather tricky. Madam Z suggests that you bring along a team member who excels at communication.
What's wrong?
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I can't believe you dragged me out here. I'd love to help, but, you know, field missions aren't my strong suit. I'm more of a laboratory rat, you know. You won't be going back to the laboratory before the investigation ends.
Alright.
Yes, yes, yes. I will do whatever I can to assist. But aren't most Arcanists known for their difficult personalities? What's so special about this guy? Sonata flips through the mission book. Our target is Vlad Wilson, born into a family of potion makers. He is currently the sole owner of Wilson Pharmaceutical. It also says he seems to be tied up in some kind of medical dispute. You're originally American, aren't you, Mr. X? Are you familiar with the name?
I regret to inform you.
I grew up in the slums, Sonata. Not really the kind of place you just bump into pharmaceutical mongrels. Really? I don't see how I can help with this mission. Maybe you should consider grabbing someone else. I can head back. We could let you out here if you like.
Sorry.
No, I didn't mean it that way. Please don't kick me out in the middle of nowhere.
This is not good.
So back to the case. How did we get into the medical dispute? As far as the lawsuit goes, I heard these types of cases are notoriously tough. Got any more information in that book of yours? The details of the dispute were not included in the mission book, nor did Madame Z say anything. Perhaps it's a personal matter for Mr. Wilson. It is immaterial to our mission. We only need to coordinate with him about the transfer. Yes, I just hope things go smoothly. The car comes to a sudden stop. Still a long distance to go to the target location.
What?
What is it? An ambush? No.
What a
It seems
coincidence.
to be a protest. Someone bangs on the car windows frantically. Boycott Wilson Pharmaceuticals. Stop the patent accords. Give us back our medication. Wilson Pharmaceutical is a price gouging monster. Though they move to roll up the windows, streams of flyers are pushed in before it closes up entirely.
Alright.
Oh, you're right, Mr. Nada. This whole medical dispute doesn't seem to have anything to do with our mission or Arcanum in general.
Got it.
But I think I figured out what makes this Wilson guy so tricky. Take a look for yourself. So Nata takes the flyer. Vlad Wilson recently listed 49 drug patents for sale, one of which is the only treatment for a copper metabolism disorder. And if the proposed sale goes through, the price will be increased from $1 per capsule to $550. The Matthew effect. To those who have, more will be given. Well, what are you worried about? We own the patent, so what we charge for it is our right. Doesn't matter whether it's sold for $1 or 1,000. It's none of their damn business. Let the whiners whine all they like. The law is on our side. Well, I'm not going to delay this signing any longer. If you don't want to set this thing up to my price, then I can always sell this patent to the Brits instead. You get me? He stamps the phone down. Sonata, waiting patiently, at last seized the opportunity to speak. Mr. Wilson, we are the investigators from the St. Pavlo Foundation. As per the contract, please return to headquarters with us.
Of course.
I fully intend on complying with the Foundation.
But
first, I need to take care of some company business. As you can see, I'm in a little pickle and things are far from settled here. You just have to wait a few days before more until this contract is finalized. Don't worry about it. You and your little investigators can put your feet up and relax. We'll be fully covering your travel expense while you wait.
Oh?
But this isn't what we originally agreed to, Mr. Wilson.
That's right.
Mr. Wilson, more importantly, the storm does not wait. Think I don't know that? That's why I got to hurry up and sell these patents. Anyway, it's not like you got any choice in the matter, or didn't you read this rider? Wilson smiled sharply. X cast a confused glance at Sonato. There is indeed a clause, 17.2.2. The Foundation is required to assist in the transfer of properties from Williams Pharmaceutical. We will fulfill our obligation.
But
Mr. Wilson, if the store comes, it will be too late.
please.
Relax, little Miss Foundation. It won't take long. After my equation is complete, I'll honor the contract. I got my reasons for you this. You'll see. Till then, I got work to do. Now, get out of here. Get out of here. Go make yourself comfortable. The protesters are still marching outside the office building. Cancel the sale. Protect patients' rights. X rolls up the window.
Looks like...
This Wilson guy is pretty smart. I can't believe he got us to sign that rider with the Foundation. Do we just keep waiting like this?
timekeeper.
I do understand your concern. But according to the terms of the rider, all we can do now is wait.
But
Mr. Wilson didn't even give us a definite timeline. What are we gonna do? Just wait around until the very last moment before the storm?
No.
That won't be necessary. If need be, I'll ask headquarters for permission to transfer him forcefully. I'm not sure if that will do much to help.
look,
Seems like headquarters was fully aware of Wilson's little pickle, but they still choose to make this agreement with him. I see. So that's how it is.
looks like...
Miss Sonata, I think we misunderstand the true purpose of our mission. What do you mean? Sure, Wilson is an arcanist, but he's a businessman first. He's just trying to seek the best outcome for his interests.
So?
So, after learning about the storm, he chose to join up with the Foundation, but he also chose to sell off his patents, and he's aiming on getting the most he can. Of course, he had to expect that this would cause a lot of trouble, but as long as he is the rightful patent owner, he can sell it to anyone and for any price. Then, he prepares his own retreat. So we're here as security? Huh. You got it, Miss Vertin. He knew the Foundation would send someone to pick him up. He also knew that he could make them stick around using the rider.
This is not good.
So if the situation deteriorates any further, he'll be able to use us as his shield. Mr. X, what do you mean? Think about it. Might he not, for example, make us suppress a riot if it becomes a threat?
No.
Ridiculous. We will, of course, ensure Mr. Wilson's personal safety, but we are under no obligation to follow his orders.
Got it.
Mr. Nata, I can see why Madame Z warned you about this mission. The moment you said "of course," you fell into his trap.
Huh?
I don't understand. Like it or not, he intends to make this part of our mission.
That's right.
Yes. Just follow the chain of events. All he will need to do is demonstrate that it's our job to assist in the transfer of properties and protect the mission target. And on principle, we cannot refuse him. But the contract says nothing about suppressing riots.
So?
So, then the next part is clear. We got to find a break in the chain and exploit it before he passes the buck on to us. Huh?
What's wrong?
Why are you looking at me like that?
This is fantastic.
Sorry. Your analysis was so reasonable that I almost lost my train of thought. Seems like we must entrust this next part to you, X. Wait, are we starting to pass the buck already?
This is not good.
Well, I could probably keep him safe, but I'm not sure if I'm the right person for the job. Of course you are, Mr. X, and I must say it is truly an honor to be on this mission with you. Your insight has been most invaluable to our mission, truly. Well, this mission went from bad to worse.
Gotta go.
It's better to get out of here before you two find more work to give me. See you later, my heartless friends. So part 4, the kids. Beyond curiosity and imagination lies a little bit of vindictiveness. There's never much fun in waiting around. But I say one thing for her. She never wastes time. Morning, timekeeper. Did you happen to see Mr. X? Weren't you two just together? Yes, but after we left Mr. Wilson's office, X suddenly claimed he had to get some coffee. But when I went to check, he wasn't in the cafe downstairs. I was hoping to ask him to go over the rider again and perhaps draw up a formal proposal. Could you use my help instead? Oh no, please, timekeeper. Leave the paperwork to your capable assistant. But if you do have time, could I trouble you to help me find Mr. X? Finding X is not hard. One only needs to consider where someone would go when they're trying to dodge work. Somewhere spacious, quiet, and off the beaten track.
Alright.
Okay, one more wire to go. Who wants to provide a far more lucky wire? Me! X finds himself in an old garage, one he set up in the way up near the protesters, and in front of him now stands a Rube Goldberg machine. So far, it consists of marbles, wires, rusty horns, a sprinkler, and a bucket of the bottom missing. household junk. Before him, a group of kids from the protest gathers around, looking at their contraption in amazement.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone's enthusiasm and support, our fully automatic marble launcher is finally ready.
And then push it gently like this.
Simply adjusting the machine to the desired angle and pressing the spring. Then, we can enjoy a marvelous flying marble show. Who wants to go first? The children eagerly raise their hands. One little girl is particularly loud in her excitement. Ladies first! Let's let Sophie, our prize bucket sponsor, come up and take our maiden's flight. I told you I'll get back. I told you I'll get you back for spraying me with the sprinkler. Sophie lets out a vindictive laugh as she turns the machine towards her companions and presses the spring down smugly. The marble bursts up and outward, rolling around inside the bottomless bucket 3 times, and then flings out in the far sky in the air, traveling through the rusting horn before it lands right back.
Done.
Beautiful! And a magic success, Sophie.
Technically?
You see, no matter what angle you set it at, the marble will always return to its original position.
This is a discovery.
A truly epic invention, a fully automatic marble launcher, which self-resets for unlimited uses. X begins to clap for himself, the response of an overwhelming chorus of boos for the kids. Hey, what's this all about, mister? You promised that the marble will fly 30 feet. In fact, I promised that the velocity of flight distance would be 30 meters. And what about the precise targeting? It didn't even hit him. A marble falling back into the exact starting position is the very definition of a precise targeting. If I known it was just going to do that, I never would have given you the bucket. The kids start into an uproar as loud as the protest outside. Mixed in with shouts of, "Make me a better one! Give me back my sprinkler!" And "I'm telling my mom that you're a weirdo." The atmosphere here is electric, to say the least.
What?
Is Mr. X putting on some kind of performance for these children? He seems to be enjoying it. Oh, Vertin! Miss Anata, when did you get here? Don't be so nervous, Mr. X. The timekeeper just wanted to see your latest performance. Right, so what is this? Sprinkler? She just mentioned. It's the most fun machine in the whole world. It makes Sophie cry and call for her mom. No, I wasn't crying. That was just water. Water. Looks like there was quite a showdown here. Don't look at me like that. I solemnly swear that this machine was carefully designed to avoid any risk of harm. I can explain this. As X begins to speak, several calling voices are heard in the distance. Ah, that's my mom. Guess it's time for my medicine again. Yeah, my dad says that we gotta leave soon. So want to meet up and play here tomorrow? I don't know. Mom said that she might have to take me back to the hospital, but only if Mr. Wilson grows her heart. That sucks. Well, wait, why do we have to be sick? It'll be cool if we could just wind up in a spring and reset like this weirdo's toy. Thus, you say something like you didn't like my automatic marble launcher. Yeah, because I don't. I'm going home. You can keep the broken bucket, Mr. Weirdo. The children begin to leave, heading back towards the waiting parents.
So, is
Who
that...
Who are those kids? They're all children of congenital copper metabolism disorder. I'll explain, but just wait a sec. X let out a sigh and begins to dismantle his contraption, carefully removing each of the different donated pieces. I'll just be a minute. Starting point, end point. If a law of physics, there are no exceptions.
So, is that...
So then, their parents are the protesters we counted at the march.
That's right.
Yes, their parents are the protesting outside Wilson Pharmaceutical for days now, so I offered to watch their kids. I just wanted to give these kids a bit of a break. Make something fun for them, you know. A lot of them has been in and out of hospitals for a long time, so I thought they could use something to lift their spirits. Hopefully, they'll never have to know why their parents were protesting. So you decided to make a toy for them? Oh, it wasn't just a toy.
Technically?
I prefer to describe it as a project. It seems you're very passionate about this project.
This is a very, very inspiring creation?
But there's another angle to it. You got them involved. A sense of involvement is important for attracting an audience. But your investigators protested the product did not meet expectation.
Sorry.
Well, I can't help that. I just can't let those little kids run around with a marble launcher that just shoots off anywhere now, can I?
And I...
Still, seems like I'm not good at building a respectable rapport with these kids. You sell yourself short, Mr. X. It's plainly clear that they like you. Well, I appreciate your confidence. The best way to the way they remind me a lot for the other kids who played the orphanage growing up.
Huh?
Orphanage?
That's right.
Yes, it's a bit different from growing up in St. Pablo Foundation, like you did. Back then, I had a lot of siblings. I would often make a machine like this. I get them to invest too. But later... Oh no, did something happen? Unfortunately, the Foundation and, well, frankly, it's hard to find the same sort of investigators here. Is that so?
That's right.
Of course, my brother and sisters back then would give me anything I needed just to see what I'll make. But when I came to convincing adults like Lapis and Mazar, they're not so eager, especially that overbearing complainer.
What?
What? Wait, what was that about Miss Mimar? Oh, nothing. She's a fine colleague.
No.
Oh, perhaps I heard you wrong. But what Sophie just reminded something Mr. Mesmer Jr. had said about mankind. One only needs to press the button to activate the feature. The toggle which connected the circuits. If only the human condition could be repaired like a machine.
Interesting.
Miss Sonata, do you realize that exponent proportion of mechanical theory?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm afraid I don't know anything about all that mechanical theory.
What a coincidence.
Wait, no. What you just quoted, or should I say proposed, precisely what lies at the heart of the LSCC ethos. If we know the state of the universe at some initial time, we can determine it's there at any other time. The ultimate goal of the LSCC is to build an omniscient intelligent machine capable of doing just that.
This is... fantastic.
Is that so? That would be an amazing feat.
But
I'm afraid this would still not achieve Miss Mansmore's ideal.
I regret to inform you.
Miss Sonata, if society were to behave like a perfect machine, and each element would follow a precise and predictable orbit, what would determine who benefits from the system and who doesn't?
I'm Not sure.
The system. The initial point. Because in the measured orbit, everything is predetermined. So we only need to calculate the initial position of any one part of the calculation, all its states from past to future in orbit. Therefore, if a ball is set to move from point A to point B, then it might be that wealth that is destined to flow from the rich to the poor. From the poor to the rich. And because the system is too designed, only those who pay that gets treatment. So individuals with higher starting points will receive a greater benefit. It is a rational system and an unlethal one. For now, no surprises and no miracles. He seems to be confusing social systems for mechanical ones.
All right.
Fundamentally, there is no difference between humans and machines. Oh, I apologize. I got off topic. Mr. Nato, would you mind helping me clean this up?
Okay.
Happy to help. But what do you mean by my initial point? We're already on 6 already? Gravitational potential. EP equals mgh. This law also applies to social contracts. Mr. Wilson's patent transfers has been delayed now for 3 days. Today is the last day to sign. According to agreement, we will transfer Mr. Wilson to headquarters immediately after the contract is signed.
But
now... Price gouge or kill. Give us back our money. Get back. A raging protest surrounds the Wilson Pharmaceutical building, waiting for his car to depart. Once the contract is signed, the only effective drive for the series copper metallism order will rise from $1 to $550. For both sides, this seems to be their last chance.
Hello.
Are you from the San Pablo Foundation? We're with Mr. Wilson. We'd like to ask you to come to us to the signing location to keep things under control. I'm sure you understand that is not our responsibility. Alright, take care, Panzer. Have a good rest. According to the writer you signed with Mr. Wilson, the Foundation must assist Wilson Pharmaceuticals in the transfer of all properties. These patents are the company's properties. Please understand, we are only asking you to act in accordance with the contract.
I'm clear.
I understand. We will do what we must to assist you. Sonata? Oh, just you, miss? The time... Let's see... Hot cocoa? The timekeeper has more important tasks, so this obligation will be fulfilled by me as her assistant.
Of course.
I'm certain we can trust in your capabilities as the agent of the St. Pablo Foundation. Please follow me.
No worries.
Not to worry, timekeeper. I decided whether it is necessary to activate our emergency plan to protect Mr. Wilson as the situation develops. You and Mr. X should take this time to make preparation for the transfer. Sonata and the clerks from Wilson Pharmaceutical takes their leaves. Everything is proceeding as X said it would, yet the prophet himself is not present. Instead, on the roof of an abandoned high-rise building, a lone figure stands against the winds. If there is an intellect that can understand all the forces that bring vitality to nature, and all the elements and things that constitute nature and their current states, and this intellect is great enough to analyze all this data, then from the largest object on the universe to the smallest particle, the movement of every body in time and space will be encompassed in the same formula. For this intellect, nothing is certain. The future will unwind before it with the same certainty that the past does. The wind rustles the pages of the book.
Interesting.
What a beautiful discord, Miss Lapis. But it's just a pity the butterfly has already flapped its wings. When you were erecting the perfect machine, did you ever think that even the smallest gear might have a will of its own? The protesters are gathered in front of Wilson Pharmaceutical. The rage from the crowd is growing to the fever pitch. Down with Wilson. Wilson has blood on his hands. Darn it. We won't be able to get out. Allow me. Sonata takes a deep breath.
May the peace be with us.
Then she lifts her arms high. Vela Pala. A simple and harmless arcane skill. It grants the blessing of the road, so that Wilson's car is able to safely drive away despite the crowd. The headlights comes on. Everyone can only watch as Wilson's car sped away, harmlessly passing through the crowd. Useless whiners. What do these idiots know? It costs money to go to London. We develop a drug to avoid the storm. To come back, everything costs money. Besides, why should I care about things like when the storm is about to wash away everything? I don't have time for this. Get out of the way, you stupid bastard. Wilson pushes his car out, taking the wheel of his car, slamming into the gas pedal. Sonata. The crowd has instantly retreated from the crash, forming a large circle. Smoke spilled from the Wilson's black car and has crumbled up like a crushed soda can. A sudden and unexpected accident. Oh my god. Wilson is dead. He was crushed by his own company sign falling down. Seems like God finally took an interest. Hallelujah.
Caspita!
How could this have happened? Perhaps it was only momentary illusion, but it seems too certain that she had spied the flow of arcane skill, not far away from the abandoned high-rise. Yet, a second look confirms there are no one to be seen. Nice on the last one, I think. So what, did Wilson actually die? Silent machine. Everything in its place.
My apologies.
I'm terribly sorry, Timekeeper. We failed our mission. I should have done something sooner. This wasn't your fault, Sonata. No. Wait, no need to comfort me, Timekeeper. I'm prepared to take full responsibility. Sonata. Yes? Well, I'm going in. Sonata disappears through the door in the interrogation room. I should have expected we'd fall into some trouble when we return. I should have expected we'll fall into some trouble when we return to the Foundation. Seems like I'm not cut for the field missions. Is that really the story you're going with?
This is not good.
What? We haven't even entered the interrogation room, and you're already starting to question me? Don't change the subject, Mr. X.
Alright.
Fine. But before you begin, let me ask first. What makes you think I did anything? Your absence at the scene was noted. Convenient. Even... I was just playing games with the kids. You read the report. I'm sure you find they all passed to the... Wait, I'm sure you find they'll all pass the lie detector test that was administrated, verifying my whereabouts at the time. Sound of gears was heard at this crime scene.
It's a normal symptom.
I'm just sure you also read that the report concluded that there was a loose part of the sign. As for gears, come on, it's New York. That could have been anything. It's easy to fake an accident with the Goldberg machine. All of life in the Rubik Goldberg machine. The only question is the outcome and the initial point. But you're asking, did I make it? If I did, where was the fulcrum? There wasn't any trace of machine at the scene. The dots begin to race. Ultimately, X is a common feature of every Goldberg apparatus. From regular fireworks lighting cue to Sophie's marble launching spring. Human action is the initial point of every mechanical devices. The participants themselves are a part of the experiment. Their behaviors, their actions, engineered as part of the machine. Stable, uncontrollable, and able to follow my instructions. Your fulcrum was a person. You used her. You used Sonata.
Sorry.
I don't know what you could possibly mean. We both know I wasn't there, so how could I have controlled Miss Sonata's actions? Are you trying to say that Miss Sonata acted as my accomplice? That's a very serious accusation, wouldn't you say? You. Vertin! Sis, they're calling you Vertin. Maybe we could talk more after this. So, do you have any additional information to add about the incident? Anything that could help would be welcome, Timekeeper. Please answer honestly. Silence. At first, the choice to speak up would have only implicated one person, but that is no longer the case. I have shared all the information I know.
Nice.
I understand. Thank you for your cooperation. The wait for the verdict drags on, a sword hanging over the head of two friends, dangling on a thread. Finally.
Timekeeper!
Great, I've been looking for you. I'm to inform you that the Foundation has dismissed their investigation. Dismissed? The result for the crime scene found no trace of unexpected arcane activities. The case has been officially ruled as an accident. Still, I'm planning on staying late in the Foundation, so I can volunteer for the very next mission. I must rectify this blot on our record. Are you leaving? Yes, I have something to take care of.
Alright.
Alright, well, see you soon. By the way, it seems like the patent acquisition was terminated after Mr. Wilson's accident. So it seems the price of the drug will remain $1. Could this truly have been God's will? Or perhaps it was there a devil in the machine? You look angry. Did you know? Did you see this coming? You're overestimating my skill, Miss Vertin. Arcanists are good with intuitive insight, and humans are good with logic-based deductions. When the two compete against each other, they might turn a blind eye to the absurdity and chaos that is the world and what happens to certain people in it. Vertin,
Sorry.
I'm sorry about this accident.
But
The rain falls on the just and the unjust alike. Isn't that what they say? Arcanists and humans, the poor and the rich. As long as we walk this earth, we are all the same. That's just how the world works. So, are we all just cogs in the machine to you? When the marble is set, it doesn't really matter who triggers the spring. Its flight and its target will always be the same. In fact, when you consider the mechanism nature of reality, we're all cogs of one kind or another. But you use your friend, my friend. You used her. That's why you're upset?
got it.
Huh? Well, I understand. Don't worry, I promise you won't see any more device that pose persistent risks in the laboratory after this. X turns leave, but stops again. Oh. Now that the investigation is over, would you mind if I took some of those letters off your hands? The mechanical expert smiles, waving the document back at her before disappearing through the laboratory doorway. The fireplace burns low and quiet. In conclusion, Researcher X studies on the mechanical device pose significant safety risks, which, though unintended consequences, might result in damage, including but not limited to burns, collisions, disabilities, death, etc. X takes a sip of his coffee, marveling with pride at the words as he raises the letter into the air. A marvelous insight. These machines certainly have their dangers. Burning, that certainly is a risk. X taps the edge of the cup, beginning a series of outrageous mechanical movement, as Miss stacks of complaint is pulled one by one from his disc and funneled into the fireplace, where they turn to ash, leaving not a single trace. So that was weird that the X get away with what he just did. That was like a confusing story. Alright, so let's take a break and then we'll come back with